Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher. Welcome to Not Perfect Zen and day 18 of the Inktober Tangles for 2021. Today, I am going to actually add another pin to the mix if it doesn't run out. So I'm going to use a Micron 01. My charcoal pencil, a blending stump, and a gold jelly roll pen. Today's tangle is Moonpie by Zentangle, and I had fun kind of researching this one. I did a lot of looking on the step outs and the videos from Zentangle. And I also looked at a lot of ideas from the Mosaic app. And that's why I put these down here, the examples that I found and where I found them. And in one of the videos, I thought it was very interesting that Maria said that for the Moonpie pattern, they need another tangle to exist. So you don't just do a whole Moonpie flower. It ends up being wedged into corners or between petals, things like that. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to actually just do what you see here and throw in some different ways that I have learned to do this. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into adding the tangles or the pattern on my tile. This is 4" by 4.5 inch. And let's just start with a nice orb in the center. And then I'm going to do kind of like a backwards C and bring it down to meet there. And then just kind of form a simple petal or leaf, if you will. Okay, I'm going to do that 4 times. I was going to do hollis, but I just really struggle with making that look good. And yes, that's a judgment of myself, and it's true. I just rarely get that to look good for me. So I thought, why not try it this way? Again, so I'm just doing like a backwards C and having it land down here. Another little aura that gets connected down here. So that gives us 4 of these little sections that we could work on. And of course, you could always come off of this and add hollis here, or just some little fescues, swirls, anything to get that going. Okay, so I'm going to start with the basic pattern as I've seen Rick do it, okay, and Maria. And this is the way that it is in the step outs. Okay, so they do just an arch and then bring some lines down in here to meet at the center. And then just add a little bit of weight at the tips here. Okay. And then we're going to put an aura, just a thin one, and another aura, and then another thin aura on the other side of that. Okay. And in between here, we're going to put just like a checkerboard, like Knightsbridge. That's what Maria called it, was putting Knightsbridge in there. So just some basic stripes. And then we're going to put some orbs. Make these as large or as small as you want, but we want to put several across here. Okay, and then you have this little bit that needs to be filled in. And then next, we're going to add an aura above these orbs. Okay, so that is how you do the basic pattern for Moonpie. If these are big enough, you could come in and put just a little curved line in there that makes that look more like bubbles almost. That's what Maria does on hers. So, okay, this is the one that I saw that I thought was really pretty. And she started with filling in this section. Okay, and then we're going to add a little orb here. I'm sorry, an aura. And then we're going to put just some small petals. And that one's going to go behind. This one's going to curve down. And then we're going to put just a couple of lines going up in each one of these. Now I'm going to add an aura. And orbs. So you see it kind of follows that basic format. Where you're going to end up with orbs out here. Fill in your little negative space or interstices, if you like to call it that. And then our aura on the outside of that. So there's that one. This is one that Rick does in Project Pack 7, Day 6. He puts an orb here and then fills this in behind it. And then there's an aura here and another aura here. And now we're going to put our orbs. I liked the simplicity of this one. Okay, again, we're going to fill this in. And then he puts 2 auras. I really like that these patterns can fit into any space that you have. All right, so this is the one that Rick uses, the gold jelly roll. Can you see that? Jelly roll metallic gold. And he put the gold in the center of this big one. And I want to go ahead and do this so it'll dry. And then he put gold in each of these orbs to fill them. I like how it adds that pop of color. Okay. The next one that I want to do is also just a simple one. So we're going to fill that in back here like we've done on the other 2. Okay, so now we're going to add an aura and another aura. And then within this one, we're going to add kind of curved lines. Gives the impression that this is more of a curved space. So it's a little off, but that's okay. And then just come back now and add your orbs. All right. Again, just a very simple one. Oh, that one's really tilted. Okay, but this is what I was going for. That one looks a little bit better. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and come off this one and show you what you could do without necessarily doing hollows. Just add like a little fescue here. And another one. And I may not have left myself enough room on that one. So I think here I'm just going to put a simple one. And for that one, we're just going to put an aura. And an open space. And then add our orbs. So you can make this as detailed or as simple as you would like. Okay. So I'm going to bring this one around. Okay. filling in the back, or the bottom of the cone, it looks like. Now I'm going to add an orb and some small, an aura and some small orbs. Okay. I'm going to add an aura above that. And here I'm going to add like some little scallops. Okay, and then within every other one, I'm just going to add a few lines. And this is one that I found in the Mosaic app that I thought was really pretty. Okay, some more orbs. Okay, so another orb. And then we're going to add an aura. And then we're going to do those scallops again. And the lines in every other scallop. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. So that is several. And let's go ahead and try that last one that I showed you. Come around. And this may end up looking kind of odd, but it's just a way for me to have a place to add several of these. Okay, so down here, I'm going to add some cross hatching. So that's auras that go across one way, and then you bring them back across at a diagonal that second way. And then she put an aura here, and a second aura, and now we're going to add our Knight's Bridge striping. Okay. And then another aura here. A second aura. Okay. And then some orbs. And we're going to put orbs inside of these. So I'm making them fairly good size. And if you run out of room, just put part of an orb. And now I'm going to put a darker orb in the center of each of these. Okay. A little bit bigger here. And now 2 auras on the outside. Okay. Now in this one, I'm also going to add a little bit of gold. So in these little orbs here, okay, you can't see it too well on the video, but it just looks good to add that pop of color in there. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways that you can do Moonpie. Let me back out just a tiny. Well, I'll leave it there. Just do some shading. So I'm going to put just a little bit of shading along the edge and down in here. Okay, same thing here, just a little bit of shading along this edge. On this one, I'm going to add shading at the bottom of these petals. Just try a little bit on the top of these orbs. Shading on the edges here. A little bit at the bottom and top of these little leaves that I have. And a little bit along the edge here. Okay. I didn't put my graphite there, but I still had enough on my blending stone. Okay. And the last thing I want to do, soften these a little bit. It always looks harsher when I look at it on my computer monitor because it's so magnified. I'm going to add some shading on the inside here. So on this one edge, I'm going to make it kind of dark. And then just add a little bit of shading around the rest of the edge. And this is just a simple, quick way to make something that looks similar to a gemstone. Give some roundness to the center. So I'm just pulling this down a little bit at a time. And I'm going to bring a little bit down here and just soften it. But I'm wanting to keep an area about like this totally white. Okay, so just keep bringing this down softly. Lift up on your blending stump so that you're not pulling down a lot of the dark. We want the darkest part to be up here. And then leave that little area open. If you have a jelly roll pen in white, okay, you can add just a little bit of a highlight here at the top. Okay. I need to add my chop. I think I'm going to hang it off of this. Okay. There you go. Several ways to do Moonpie. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a swirl up here just to balance it a little bit more. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. Let's look again. In this one, I have a little bit of blue because that's what Rick had in his, and I thought it looked really nice. And in case you haven't seen it before, I would like to show you my artist's affirmation as we end. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you are well, stay safe, have a great day, and thanks again for joining me in the Inktober Tangles for 2021. I'll see you next time. Bye.